Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to break down a really useful English idiom, under a misconception. Now, this is a situation we've all been in, for sure, but really understanding this phrase can totally change the way you communicate. So let's dive in and see what it actually means and how you can start using it. So, let me ask you this. Have you ever been absolutely positive about something, only to find out you had it completely wrong? Yeah, that feeling? That's exactly what we're talking about today. It happens to all of us. And luckily, the English language has the perfect phrase to describe it. All right, so what does it really mean to be under a misconception? Let's peel back the layers a bit and get into the details that make this phrase so powerful in everyday conversation. Okay, at its heart, being under a misconception just means you believe something that isn't true. But, and this is the important part, it's all about why you believe it. It's not just some random guess. It usually happens for one of two reasons. Either someone gave you the wrong information, or you just interpreted a situation incorrectly. And this is where the phrase really shines. I mean, you could just say, "You're wrong," right? But that can sound pretty harsh, maybe even a little aggressive. Saying someone is under a misconception is way softer. It's more empathetic. It kind of suggests that the mistake isn't their fault, it's just the result of a bad piece of information. Exactly, this gets right to the core of it. The phrase separates the person from the mistake. It's not about saying someone isn't smart. It's just about pointing out that their perception is a little off. It's a gentle way of saying, hey, let's fix this flawed idea, instead of criticizing the person who has it. All right, enough with the theory. How does this actually sound when people are talking? Let's check out a couple of real-world examples to see this idiom in action. Here's our first one. In Indonesian, dia masih dalam kesalahpahaman bahwa proyek itu sudah selesai. Now in English, he is still under the misconception that the project is already finished. You see how that works. He's probably kicking back, thinking the job is done, but because he's working with this false belief, what he's doing doesn't match reality. That misconception is causing a real problem. Let's do one more. In Indonesian, banyak orang dalam kesalahpahaman bahwa harga murah selalu berarti kualitas buruk. And in English, many people are under the misconception that cheap prices always mean poor quality. This is a fantastic example because it's a super common belief. It's a group assumption that really changes how people behave, when they're shopping. It perfectly describes a common but often wrong way of thinking. So why are we spending all this time on just one little idiom? Well, because knowing how to use it, and just as importantly, recognizing when you might be under one, can have a huge impact on how you solve problems and connect with people. It really all comes down to three main things. First off, it helps stop people from doing the wrong thing. If you realize your team is under a misconception about a deadline, you can fix it before they all go home early. Second, it helps us avoid making bad judgments. Instead of thinking a coworker is lazy, you might realize they're just confused about their tasks. And finally, and this one might be the most important, it shows us that we always need to be asking for clarification. It's a reminder to ask questions and make sure everyone is actually on the same page. And that just about wraps it up. So I'll leave you with a little food for thought. What's one misconception in your life or your work right now, whether it's yours or someone else's, that really needs to be cleared up? Just spotting it is the first step. Fixing it could change everything. Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.